Yes, mate. Yeah, it was a big weekend. I had a party with some friends over. Yeah, got on the pen and ink, and yeah, hung over like a wet towel the next morning. I can tell you. Anyway, mate, just to confirm, I didn't get any of those emails. Say hello to Jerry for me. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, g'day everyone. Welcome to this edition of DURKO's Notebook for the 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix. The season started again, and I'm back at the desk. Got a lot to talk about, so pull up a pew, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You wouldn't fucking read about it. So for the last 20 years, the F1 circus has been going to the Kingdom of Bahrain, and in particular to the Bahrain International Circuit. It's been used for years as testing, other than going to Catalonia, and testing was interesting for two things. Watching these blokes try to fix it, great, and also what Adrian Newey has done with that RB20. It is just insane to look at it and see just behind the halo where it meets the chassis, or effectively at the back. He's created two air ducts to force air straight in down the side of the tub, because obviously Red Bull's gone with that Ferrari tub design a bit more this year. And it just goes to show where Adrian Newey knows the rule books and where he can certainly implement changes that are critical to that car. So after testing, obviously we went to the race this weekend. Quality was fairly mixed across the three sessions. Alpine, they're just rubbish. They turned up the wrong car, wrong setup, wrong everything, it would seem. And that may be a team that's going backwards in a great hurry, and it could be an opportunity for Andretti Andretti Autosport, as they want to be called, with the Cadillac branding, to potentially buy them out if this season and potentially next season goes all shit for them. Onto the race. Now, Sainz is obviously a driver who is looking for a contract for next year and beyond, and he was certainly putting some stellar drives in and overtakes to really say, look, here's my resume, which team wants me for next season, because Hamilton's taken my seat. So I reckon the Scuderia Ferrari, they've shown some really good pace, and I reckon they're going to be number 2 overall this season, based on the testing and obviously the first race results, but it could all go south as well. Alpine, they're just rubbish in the race. As I said, just turned up with the wrong everything, and it just didn't work for them. The Kick Sauber team, I mean, the livery has grown me on a bit, but they had a rubbish pit stop there with Bottas. Was nearly a minute he was in the pits, because obviously they had the wrong tyre nut to go on, or they threaded it somehow. And then the interesting battle was in the last couple of laps when Tsunoda was asked to pull aside for Dan Rick, and he was questioning why when there was no gain from it, because then Tsunoda just sat on Dan Rick's ass for the rest of the race, and they had a bit of a coming together towards the end there, and I don't think there's going to be much love lost for the rest of the season while they fight to remain under contract for next year, especially Dan Rick. He might not be doing himself any favours if he's going to carry on like that towards Tsunoda. I know him and Norris didn't really get on that well, but there may be something behind the curtains with Ricciardo and Tsunoda that's going on that we don't know about yet. So overall, pretty boring race, nothing exciting, no memorable moments to write home about. So I just want to talk about the potential driver lineup for next year. Now, this is me going out early, straight out of the box. I think Perez is going to lose his contract with Red Bull. He's going to end up at Aston Martin alongside Lance Stroll, because obviously Lance isn't going to go anywhere. I reckon Sainz is going to end up at Red Bull, because I think they're going to see him as the perfect number 2 driver that can just do what Chico's doing at Red Bull. And I think Carlos Sainz Jr. will be seeing red in a different format. Now, this is my big call. If he wins the F2 title, I think Antonelli's going to be seated alongside George Russell. I think Toto may say, look, we've had a couple of shit seasons, we're going to change something here, and maybe we just go for a young gun driver, as Red Bull did years ago when they brought Max in, the ripe old age in his teenage years, and brought him up through the ranks. But I don't know, they could just see Antonelli as the next big thing and grab hold of him and stick him in that Merc for next year alongside George. And talking about Aston Martin, I think Alonso's just going to retire. He sort of made some hints over the weekend that, yes, he's off contract and maybe he's looking to retire again for the second time. we'll just have to wait and see what happens towards the end of the season, because the silly season began before the season even started. That's my thoughts. Other than that, if you've got any comments or feedback, please get hold of me and tell me where I've gone wrong, in especially the driver lineup, or what you think's going to happen. So next week I will be watching the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and for that edition of the Notebook, I won't be here at the desk. I'm going to be at a particular location. There's a holiday to celebrate my 50th birthday, which is coming up. So I'll report to you from a location. I'll reveal when I record the Notebook, and you'll see me sitting in a very different venue. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.